Okay, this is what happens when you try to buy Affinity right now. Here I am on the website, and this is it. This is the whole webpage now. It just says creative freedom is coming. Not exactly sure what that means. It's gone. You can't buy it. You can't buy it. It's sold out. It's completely gone. If we go to the forums here, you can see it's all red. It says read only. The forums are closed. Affinity is shut down. So what's going on? Well, Affinity has announced that something big is happening October 30th. So just in a few weeks, and people are mad. I first saw this on Reddit a few days ago. And look at these comments. No, don't do this. No, God, please, no. Not Affinity. This isn't going to go well, is it? I'm scared. Affinity is the only way I can afford to do any design work. Now, these are some pretty serious concerns, and the reason why people are so concerned is because a lot of people found refuge in Affinity. They were seeking an alternative to Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign without the yearly subscription fee, and that's what Affinity is, but that might be changing soon. The main reason for this fear is because Canva bought Affinity not too long ago, and this is going to be the first real update since that has happened, and obviously Canva is a subscription service, so the concern is maybe Affinity will be too. Now, I have 3 theories on what's actually about to happen on October 30th, which also happens to be Adobe's yearly conference. Funny timing. So let me tell you my thoughts. Here's my first theory. Just version 3. I think everybody's pretty much in agreement that what we're going to see here is version 3. Version 2 has been released for a very long time, I think since 2022, so it's about time for an update. The question is just how big is that update? And it wouldn't be surprising to me if it was literally just version 3 with some new features, just like we would have expected if Canva hadn't had bought Affinity. They're making a big deal about listening to their customers, and this would probably appeal to most of their customer base. And to Affinity, releasing version 3 is a big deal, so they're hyping it up a little bit, but isn't a big deal to everybody. And really this hype that's been built up is actually just the fear of everybody in Reddit and on X and all the platforms talking about what might happen. I don't feel like Affinity is pushing this as something bigger than version 3. Affinity is building up the hype a little bit, but like I said, I think it just would be a big deal for them, even if it's as simple as just version 3 with no real crazy subscription or Canva changes. My second theory is that they have a free version and a pro version. This is really the most likely outcome here. I really think this is probably what they're going to announce. The free version keeps their existing customer base happy, where they're keeping it accessible. Anybody can download it and, use the basic program. And then the pro version is going to have those AI tools that we know and love. Whether you love them or hate them, we know AI is getting integrated into everything right now, and there's no way that Affinity and Canva is really going to sit by and not put AI tools to compete with Photoshop's Generative Fill and their Gen AI stuff with Adobe Firefly. Canva already has Magic Studio. They already have all that AI technology. It's just a matter of transferring and integrating that technology into Affinity, which is totally plausible. Now, the big thing is that does have to be a subscription just because of the nature of AI. The way AI works is every time you click that generate button or you type in a prompt and hit enter, it costs money. So that's not going to be a one-time lifetime fee. They released this Instagram video with this guy, and he was talking about how it's for pro designers, and they also released this graphic when Canva acquired Affinity, talking about fair pricing and accessibility. So all of these things, and also the creative freedom thing kind of sounds like Creative Cloud type of marketing. All of these things is what leads people to believe that they are going to go this subscription route with Gen AI features. I really don't think it will be that bad as long as they maintain the fact that you can either use Affinity for free or you can buy it for a lifetime license, and all the AI features are an add-on subscription monthly cost if you want it. Now, my last theory is really a doozy. It would be very interesting. It's a little bit less likely, but it would make some headlines, that's for sure. But before I tell you about it, I want to just tell you about a project that I've been working on. I've been wanting to keep up with news like this big Affinity announcement for a while, but I haven't found a way to stay in the loop. So I ended up creating my own newsletter. It's called The Creative Brief, which is, it's like a news brief. All it is a monthly email in your inbox that gives you everything you need to know to stay in the loop on the trends, on the new tech, like this Affinity announcement. There's a new iPad, MacBook that are coming out this month. Adobe MAX is at the end of the month. Everything like that, the things that you would want to know as a creative. So if you like this type of content, or you like being in the loop in the creative industry, use this QR code or the first link in the description to sign up for the Creative Brief. It's not spam, it's just good quality information. I used Beehive to make this newsletter, and it's made the process so easy. It's so user-friendly, and I was able to design this newsletter that looks good and works great. I wanted to start this newsletter to connect with you more than just YouTube, deliver even more value to you, and have another creative outlet. So if you've ever considered starting your own newsletter, you might want to check it out. You can get 30% off your first 3 months of Beehive with the code Grayson30, or you could get started for free today. So check out my newsletter and maybe start your own. So let's get back to my third and final theory on what is happening on October 30th. Okay, here's my final theory. Canva photo, Canva designer, Canva publisher. Can you imagine if they changed the name of Affinity to Canva Photo, Canva Designer, and Canva Publisher? That would be crazy. It would make some headlines, just that simple name change. This theory really is what would happen if Canva really leaned into the merge of these two softwares and maybe offered the Affinity Suite as a Pro Tools bundle for Canva Pro subscribers. You get Canva Pro and you get all of these desktop tools. Or maybe Affinity even becomes a web tool. Instead of thinking about it where Canva's putting their tech into Affinity, it's really vice versa, where Canva's absorbing Affinity into their ecosystem. I think this would be pretty huge because Canva's really taken up a lot of market share from Adobe. I mean, it used to be that designers started out in Canva as a beginner program and then eventually graduated into the Adobe Creative Suite. But now we're not even seeing that so much. Now what we're seeing is people start out in Canva and they just stay in Canva. So for Canva to offer them a path forward into their own little ecosystem where they could start messing around in Canva Publisher to make their magazine templates, it would be kind of crazy. All in all, who knows what's going to happen? Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because if you do that, then you'll get notified when I post my video on October 30th. As soon as they make this announcement, I'm going to post a video so you know what they actually did announce. And afterwards, I'll be making a hands-on review of version 3 and what that actually looks like and how to use it. I'll be making videos about Adobe MAX, about the new Apple products, all that stuff that you saw me talk about in the Creative Brief. So if you want to know everything that's going on, subscribe to my channel and subscribe to the Creative Brief newsletter in the link in the description, and let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. If you think any of my theories are right, or if you have a completely different theory yourself, share it down below.